And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready?
On first down, it's Newton. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The throw over the middle taken in. And, right away, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free. Take it.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
2nd and 6. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll run here with Ingram. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Okay, after those first two drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
And again, it's Ingram. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Rolling to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you aren't. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taco Charlton able to get him for a loss of about 3. Throwing on third down. Newton. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Mark Ingram. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 16. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Buying time to his left. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. After is good. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Newton. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, and that's complete to the tight end Hireman. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now a first down throw for Newton. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucks have a first down. Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on second and 14. Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Newton now to throw. And he's got Sanu. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks' 44-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now it's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. He was looking for a Nunwa there. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now it's Brown. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go. Here we go. In the tip, ready? 50. I got it. Shoot.
Newton on first down. And this one brought in by Sanu. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucks have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to throw, Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Newton. Caught by Sanu. And give him 6 yards here as... He stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Bucks on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target. And that gives... Now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right.
There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, Vikings. Mark Ingram. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Right to the 3. I got you. Check nickel.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch 54.
Newton now to throw. Connects with Sanu right side. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now Newton on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Newton. Well, Newton's got it. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Again, Newton. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Newton. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He finds McKinnon, complete. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Newton throwing again. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st down, Newton. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go, team.
One last throw here for Newton. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good.
How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. Look at Shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take no things. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
through. What I do, lace up the shoes, chase